Man, when I was getting ready for this podcast, I went back on your Facebook and I listened to a lot of those videos, and they're all good and they're all funny and entertaining. But probably the most impressive one to me was that one after the 10th round out in Vegas at that Airbnb. I mean, because it takes a lot of character and quite a big person to handle it like that. And I don't know, that video was just really impressive to me. But
I appreciate that. You know, it was fun because it's like, you know, I do a video every day out there in Vegas because, man, we're busy, we're rolling. And then I know there's going to be a lot of people wanting to ask questions, you know, and it's so fun because that's such a cool ride. And you're going like this all week, you know what I mean? It's been down, up, down, up. And then they've been with you on this roller coaster. So you don't want to just radio silence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt like it was time to, well, we got to talk about it. And it's awesome because I bet people are like, yeah, I bet you want to forget round 10. And I was like, absolutely not.
yeah,
Because I'm 40 years old and it hurts when I get out of bed anymore, right? Like I wanted to go to the town event this year. So I started bulldogging in January. I didn't get the invitation until March, but I start because I'm a guy that, like, God doesn't bless the man leaning on the shovel. He blesses the one digging the hole, right? Like, don't sit back and wait on it. If you want it to happen, start getting after it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same reason I'm buying steers right now, getting ready for the finals, and I'm outside the top 15. Like, I know where I'm headed. I know what I want to do. I know what that vision looks like. So, in my mind, I never once dreamed we would be in the situation that we were in, right? So that round 10 day, that was a dream come true. I never want to forget it because if I ever come short on motivation for getting out and practice it today, I just think back to that yellow steer that I split the horns on, right? I just think back to 2 gold buckles that I lost. And it's easier to go ahead and pull my socks on and get to work, right? That's where I never want to forget it. And it was a great experience. Like, that was a dream come true. I told Tiffany, the girl that helps me, you know, she's been to every national finals with me, helping me, and she's helps me all summer. And I told her a couple years ago, I'm like, man, I'm tired of coming into round 8. I'm tired of coming into round 9. And these steers not meaning something. Now, don't get me wrong, like, it's the national finals are worth a lot of money.
Big, yeah.
But, like, we're not in the fight. Like, we're not in the in-game fight. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm tired of that. Like, we're going to change this. And then here I am, round 10. I got a chance to win 2 of them. You know what I mean? How cool is that? Like, that's a dream come true. And then, you know, I've said it. I went to the clubhouse with a $40,000 lead. I mean, Shad had to step up and, like, tip of the hat, he did it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you got to just compliment what a great competitor he was. And I'll tell you this, like, one of my favorite things about Shad Mayfield, like, we're in a fight that week. You know what I mean? It's fun. Like, that's a fun back and forth. And he's having a little bit of grief. But, like, when I started the first of the week, a guy that's helped me at the house, he's like, hey, all I ask is when you get out there, if you can find Shad Mayfield and get his autograph, please do that. This lady at work wants his autograph. Her name's Megan or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I got you, bub. So I get out there and I ask him, like, when we're doing the grand entry practice and stuff, like, hey, before you get done this week, I need an autograph for a lady named Megan. So he's like, I got you, baby. I got you. So, all right, perfect. So the week's going on and, like, I know he's having a little grief and he isn't having the finals he's wanting, you know what I mean? And I'm charging. And so, like, we're getting into round 8, 9, and 10. Like, now I'm starting to get ahead of him. And I'll never forget on the day of round 10, he come pulling in. He's like, hey, man, I hadn't forgot. Cause I'd text him like, hey, don't forget. It's all this guy asked of me. And I'm one of those guys, like, if I tell you a chicken will pull a train, just go get the chain. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to let him down. You know what I mean? And so round 10, and, like, here he's lost all the momentum. I'm ahead. He pulled up. He's like, hey, man, what's that lady's name? Here you go. And it's like, and that could be cool. Like one of the lowest moments of your competition deal. You know what I mean? For him to be like, hey, bub, I ain't forgot about you. Here you go. That was really cool for me.
That is really cool.
I should have had him make one out to me then too, because he went on to do great things that night. You know what I mean? I hung it on my wall, you know?
Right. That's pretty cool. So you said you didn't know that was something you didn't even really dream of being was 10th go round roping for 2 gold buckles.
Well, we talk about it, right? But, like, in reality of, like, man, this is actually going to happen.
Didn't see it happening.
No. And it's a dream come true.
Now, is it different in your mind a little bit now that it felt real? Or you like different goals, different mindset going into this year and the upcoming years? Or what's your thoughts?
Absolutely. You know, because now it's like, dude, I've been to the top and I've missed for the thing that we've wanted our whole life. Right. And I woke up the next day just fine. I still took my kids to the diner on Tuesday when we got back and we still went to school, and, like, nobody showed up at my house and ate me, right? Like, nothing bad happened. Like, so literally I have screwed up for the thing we've wanted our whole life, and I'm still just fine. Yeah. Well, that makes me a dangerous person now. Mm-hmm. Because now I realize, like, what are you scared of now?
What's the worst thing that could happen?
I've already screwed up for way better than this. So now, like, what am I worried about? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like when we win the American. Yeah. That's the most money I've ever roped for. I'm sure you.
Same, yeah.
Right? And it's like, that gets the juices flowing, right? Like, that's... And now it's like, man, I've literally, I've run them for big money and I've won. I've run them for big money. I've lost. I've run one for a gold buckle and lost. Next time I run one for a gold buckle, probably not losing. Right? That's my mindset. But that's what round 10 does for me. And that's what I think every time in my life, every bad situation that's happened, there's been huge opportunity come out of it. 2018, I missed the finals the first time. First chance I got to go to the NFR and work it for Cowboy Channel, right? 2019, have a great year, bounce back. And it was funny. They tried to give me tickets to go to the rodeo. Like, hey, here's some tickets. You want to go to the rodeo night? I'm like, no. I got one seat in that house, and it's in a 14.5-inch coach saddle. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I'm not going to watch it perfect. I'm going to head back and watch it with my wife at the Mirage. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And so 2019, amazing year. 2020, missed the finals, right? Well, because of the opportunities that happened in 2018 and working with Cowboy Channel, now Purina, they signed me to a bigger deal, and they want to do this show, and that starts the Purina pregame show that's now huge. You know what I mean? And it's a huge endorsement for me, and it's a huge opportunity for me. And it's like every time I'd miss the finals, like that's what missing the finals doesn't scare me because great things come out of that, right? What makes me mad, I guess, the most or scares me the most is a poor performance of the finals because of lack of preparation. And that's why we're buying steers in May.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
Especially with what they're costing right now. I mean, holy.
Yeah, let's not bring that up. We ain't got to put that on here.
Yeah. What was some feedback you got from maybe some critiques you got from people, or maybe in those pivotal support people that reach out to you and support? You know, there's probably people on both sides of the aisle.
Oh yeah. I guess you talking about for like the finals or round 10 or in life. I get a lot of critiques every day, man. I got married and got three little girls. I get a lot of critiques every day. You know what's fun about being a girl dad is you never thought that braiding your horse's mane was going to come in handy. Like you never knew that was going to be a life skill that's required.
Yeah.
And now that's every morning. Like I'm braiding hair. It's fun. But anyways, no, I guess one of the greatest things when I got back up top, of course, Jake Long, who had just won the average, he texted me as soon as, because we thought everybody in my corner doing the figure and like Shad has to win fifth or better, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't get to see Quade Hyatt. He run his first one and something happened, like, right? Like I don't, but when I come in the contestant lounge, they're like, no, Quade, he tied him down, so he's good in the average. So like everything's locking in. And then Shad runs his calf kicks, and he doesn't place in that. So like we think, oh, you know what I mean? Oh my God. And then they come over, they're like, hey, no, 600. Because they grab you. They won't let you walk off.
So you're saying
he thought he won it. Is what he's saying.
So like whenever I get done missing for a gold buckle in round 10 in the team rope, and like if I'd have been 4-1, I think I win it. But we had to be 3-4 for my partner to win it. And the night before we had to talk like, hey, tonight we're running one for both of us to win a gold buckle. Like not, you know what I mean? Because I'd gone to Pendleton and he went home. And so like there was a little discrepancy with our money. Like I had a little bit more than him. So I'm like, I'm running this steer for us to win a gold buckle. Like this has been the fight. We're together. I'm not backing off and taking an extra swing and looking back. Wish I would have, but no, I give it all I had. You know what I mean? But I tried it for both of us. So when as soon as I step off, I'm already disappointed and a little bit upset. And I hand my horse off the tiff, and they're like, Coleman, you got to come with us because if you're leading the world, they make you stay up. We're like, everybody they keep down there has already won the world, right? And I'm still, nothing's decided. So I'm just having to stand out here and watch with these guys. And it's kind of like being a substitute on the traveling basketball team. I mean, you still get the warm-up gear and you still get to go, but you still ride the bench. You know what I mean? So you're just sitting over there on the side. And but anyway, so when they said, no, he got you by 600, and it's just like, whew, like, I mean, everything crashes down. And Jake Long, I'll never forget, he texts me. He's like, where you at? I'm like, at the contestants lounge. And he just came in, he sit down just like this. He just sits down next to me. We don't say a word. We don't even hardly talk. He just puts his hand on his shoulder and he's just like, man, Bubba, sorry, I thought you had him. Right? Yeah. And he doesn't have to say anything, right? Just having your best friend your whole life, like, girl, you know what I mean? Like, just that support right there. Mm-hmm. That meant the world. Mm-hmm. So finally, it's like, all right, it's time to go. We got to go upstairs and get after it. And I'm mic'd up. Jeff Manners has a cool documentary deal coming out. It's going to be like Hard Knocks. Just sold it to Paramount. It's going to be pretty sweet. 2 seasons of it. It's awesome.
Really?
So I'm mic'd up the whole week, right? And these guys have been following this journey all week. And so I'm like, oh, gosh. So as soon as I step out the elevator, you know what I mean? They got cameras on me and everything else. It's fine. And I'm good because I'm professional and I believe that we're blessed to perform in the arena. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of people give their time, effort, both when I was a kid, nowadays. Man, I'm not talking about great sponsors. I'm talking about anybody that ever opened the chutes for me. In my mind, you're disrespecting them when you throw a fit. That's why you see me smile. I might go outside, out back, and throw a wall ring of a fit, but I'm never going to do it on stage in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Because that arena is hallowed ground. That's sacred. Like that's a bad example. We don't do that. If you respect where people came from before you, you don't do that. So I've gotten to talk to myself. I'm good. I step out, I got to start shaking hands and kissing babies again. I step out the elevator, and the first person I see is Jake's dad, Uncle Crick. And I don't know why it hits me. It's like, ooh, my eyes start welling up. I mean, I think it was the dust, maybe some allergies out there. I don't know. Vegas is hard that time of year. You know what I mean? But that was the first person I saw. And I was like, ooh. And he handed me a handkerchief. I still have the handkerchief in my trailer. He's like, here, Bubba. And he said, man, this stuff's hard. We're sure proud of you. But hearing my Uncle Crick say that, you know what I mean? And I was doing good, and I saw my mom. That was the hardest one. When I saw my mom, I just hugged her, and she doesn't care if I win or lose.
Yeah.
She just loves me out there chasing my dream. But I remember every time my mom held the goat, and I'd chase that sucker around at every high school rodeo, you know what I mean? Her going to every college finals with me. Like, I was just like, dang, like, she deserved this. Like, they deserve the win. So the best advice I got that night was, hey, keep your chin up, but feel your feelings. Like, let's get them out. Because I've struggled with stuff my whole life of caging it in. You know what I mean? Like, my whole life I've been, to say, like, the man of the house. And I think this is something a lot of guys struggle with is, we got to we got to just take it on the shoulders, and there's no place for us to release that. You know what I mean? And then that can get very unhealthy in the way that you cope with it.
Right.
And so that's what Tiff, she's like, hey, you feel your feelings, man. Like, let it out, do whatever you got to tonight. Like, you just feel your feelings, and then let's start rebuilding. And I think that's the best advice I had the whole time. And then, my dad, my whole life, it'd be funny. I'd miss one. And this is Chief's famous line. He'd say, boy, son, I thought you'd have caught him. I was like, weird deal, Chief. When I let go, I thought it was too. I'll be honest with you.
He said that?
No, he didn't say it that night. But so I walk up there to Chief, and I'm really expecting dang, I thought you'd have caught that one. Or he'd say, my dad's famous for also saying, man, I wish you'd have caught him. I'm like, weird. I wish I would have too. But no, he didn't that night. Everybody was just very supportive, and they knew the weight of it. I think Kobe Lovell gave me the best piece of advice. I woke up that morning, and Lovell's, we're good buddies, but if we don't talk on the phone like a lot, he just texted that morning. And he's just like, hey man, I just want to tell you, here's my experience with it. He said, soak in all day, Remember every moment all day, because it doesn't happen all the time, and go get them. You know what I mean? And just a text message from a guy like that, you know what I mean? That I respect a lot. That,
For sure.
that stuff means a lot.
For sure. Wow.